Okay, let's talk about something really frustrating. You've built this awesome website, you've put in the work, but nobody's seen it. Your traffic is flat. If that sounds familiar, it's because the entire game has changed. So today, we are breaking down the new rules of ranking and figuring out exactly why your website might be invisible in 2026. So, is your website invisible? It's a painful question, right? You pour all this time, energy, maybe a ton of money into getting it just right. You hit that publish button and you expect, well, something. But instead, you just get crickets. You check your stats, and the people you thought would be there, they just aren't. Look, if that's you, I really want you to hear this. You are not alone. Not even close. This is a huge issue that so many people are dealing with right now, and there's a very clear reason for it. The rulebook we all used to follow has basically been thrown out the window. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to define the big problem everyone's facing in 2026. Then we'll talk about the outdated mindset that's holding people back. We're going to break down 3 huge mistakes you might be making right now. And finally, we'll get into the new philosophy you actually need to win. All right, let's dive right in. The 2026 ranking problem. We've got to understand why the old playbook, the one that used to work so well, is now completely failing. You know, you hear this all the time. People get so frustrated, they just throw their hands up and say, SEO is dead. There's this feeling that it's some kind of ancient, useless practice that has no place in the modern world anymore. But here's the thing, and this is so critical. The truth is, SEO has not died. It has just completely changed. It's evolved. It's kind of like it went from playing checkers to playing 3D chess. And if you're still playing by the old checkers rules, well, you're going to lose every time. And that leads us straight to the heart of the matter, an outdated mindset. This huge gap between the old rules and the new reality, that's the black hole where websites disappear. Okay, this breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have old SEO. This was all about gaming the system, right? Just stuffing a page with keywords, buying a ton of sketchy links, basically trying to trick a robot. But now, the new SEO is all about the human being on the other side of the screen. What do they actually want? It's about understanding their intent, giving them amazing content, and making sure their experience on your site is seamless. We've totally shifted from trying to trick machines to genuinely helping people. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. I want to walk you through the 3 critical mistakes that are probably the reason your website's totally stuck in the mud. So the big 3 are, number 1, you're targeting the wrong keywords. Number 2, you don't really have a content strategy. And number 3, you're completely ignoring how people actually feel when they're on your website. Let's break each one down. Okay, mistake number 1, targeting the wrong keywords. I mean, this is SEO 101, but the way we have to think about it now is fundamentally different. The old school method was all about chasing volume. Find a keyword with a huge number of searches and just go for it, right? Well, that's a recipe for disaster today. And this table shows you exactly what I mean. The outdated approach is to chase a super generic phrase like best SEO company. It's crazy competitive and tells you nothing about what the person actually needs. The modern approach, it targets the real questions someone is typing into Google, like, why is my website not ranking? See the difference? One is about volume, the other is about intent. You're solving a specific problem. Moving on to the second huge mistake, creating content with no plan. You know what I'm talking about. You publish a random blog post this week, another one in a month. That's just not going to cut it anymore. Search engines are looking for true authority and depth, not just sporadic noise. So, what's the fix? It's a powerful strategy called a topic cluster. Think of it like a wheel. You create one giant comprehensive guide as the hub of the wheel. That's your pillar page. Then you create lots of smaller, more specific articles that are like the spokes. And here's the key. All those spokes link back to the main hub. This structure shouts to Google, hey, we are the experts on this topic. And that brings us to the third biggie, mistake number 3, completely ignoring user experience, or UX. This isn't just about making things look pretty anymore. It's a hardcore ranking factor. If people land on your site, get frustrated, and leave immediately, you better believe Google notices. I mean, just think about how you use the internet. If a website takes forever to load, or you can't figure out where to click, or it just looks awful on your phone, what do? You're gone. You hit that back button in a heartbeat. That action sends a powerful signal to Google that your page wasn't helpful, and your rankings will absolutely suffer for it. Okay, so we've diagnosed all the problems. Now for the good part, the solution.
It all comes down to a really simple but incredibly powerful new philosophy for how to succeed.
Honestly, if you take away just one single thing from our chat today, please let it be this. This is the new mantra. Help users equals rankings. That is it. That's the entire formula. Forget the old tricks, forget the hacks. It really is that simple.
So, what does this actually mean for you? It means your goal has to change completely. Your new mission is to stop obsessing over some secret algorithm and start obsessing over answering real questions from real people. Provide clear, helpful solutions to their problems. That's your job now.
And look, the difference this shift can make is just enormous. If you stick with the old, outdated SEO tactics, you're fighting for scraps of traffic. But when you truly embrace this new, user-focused philosophy, the potential for growth is unbelievable. It's a night and day difference, not just in how much traffic you get, but in attracting the right people who actually want what you offer. So I'm going to leave you with one final question to really think about. Take an honest look at your website and your strategy. Are you genuinely trying to help your users, or are you just trying to please a search engine? Because your answer to that question, well, that's what will ultimately decide if you're visible in 2026 or if you just stay invisible.